guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to have you here. If this is your first time on my channel, my name is Megan. So let's just get started with my little facts that I have for you guys today. So the first fact is my full name is Megan Leanne Wilkerson. I am 20 years old. I was born on October 30th of 2000. I am a Scorpio, and I'm not sure if you guys are into that kind of thing. I kind of know a little bit about it. Not a lot, but I know that Scorpios get kind of a bad rep, so don't hold that against me. Just a little bit of like a kind of fun fact. My favorite color is blush pink. You guys will be able to see that kind of throughout my room. I also really like neutrals and things like that, so my decorations are typically like blush pink, pastels, white, beige, black, that kind of stuff. So I also have one younger brother. His name is Trevor, and he is a junior in high school, so he's 16 years old. I live in Kentucky, and I've lived here my entire life. I've lived in a little bit different places just from like school and stuff, but I actually grew up in a small town just outside of Louisville, and I lived there my entire life up until a certain point that you guys will be hearing about soon. Just a little bit of kind of background on my childhood. I played volleyball through middle school and early high school. I also swam competitively for 8 years through school. I started when I was like 7 years old and went all the way up until I was 15. I also did cheerleading through elementary school. My mom and my aunt coached, and we did competitive cheerleading, so it wasn't just, you know, like cheering for football games. We did like competitions and all that fun stuff. During my junior and senior year of high school, I actually went to something called the Craft Academy for Excellence in Mathematics and Science, or I usually just call it Craft or Craft Academy. It's a lot shorter. So if you guys ever hear me say that, like say Craft or Craft Academy, just so you know what it is, it's basically a program for advanced high school juniors and seniors to go to college, Morehead State, and that was quite the experience. I'd love to share more about it with you guys. I basically was one of 60 students in my class from all over Kentucky who got a full ride scholarship to start college early. With going to this school, I actually left home and moved to a dorm at 16 years old. So big transitions. I was just like a new driver and definitely was not ready to move out yet, but you learn to adapt. And so I was living alone at 16 years old. Obviously I lived with other people and there was like staff there, but I was away from my parents, living by myself for the first time ever at 16 years old. Definitely a big transition. So with the Craft Academy, I actually had the opportunity to study abroad for 12 days in the summer of 2018. So that was the summer between my junior and senior year of high school. We went to Italy for 12 days, went to a bunch of different cities, and it was one of the most eye-opening and amazing experiences of my entire life. I would love to share some more about that with you guys. So with that, it catches us up to current day. So a little bit about me right now. I am a student at the University of Kentucky. I am currently a sophomore there, and I actually started my college career as a nursing student, but I ended up not loving it the most. It just wasn't something that was for me. After going through the clinical experience and just taking the classes and stuff, I just figured out that it wasn't really what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. And I also kind of am a little bit gun shy with like needles and blood and all of that kind of stuff, so that just definitely didn't end up helping it in any way. So that brings us to present day. I'm actually a Integrated Strategic Communications major, or ISC. So basically that means that I can go into like public relations, sales, content creation, anything like that, and that's kind of where I'm at today. It's going great so far, and I'm also getting a minor in psychology. So through the Craft Academy, I took several psychology classes just because it was something that very much interested me, and we had to have like scientific core classes. So I did like psychology, biology, and chemistry, and I definitely fell in love with psychology. It's very interesting to me, and it's also something that you can see very easily in people around you. So like when you learn stuff, you can go and basically put that knowledge to application in the world around you, which is actually kind of trippy when you first do it, because you're like, I never realized why you did that until now. I am also a huge University of Kentucky basketball fan, so right now basketball doesn't really have spectators much. Like, we can't really go to the games easily because it's indoors and lots of people, and just that doesn't work for COVID. But whenever we are allowed to go back, you best believe that I will have my season pass ready to go. Last year when I was a freshman, I had a season pass to all the games and went to so many of them. It was so much fun. I love going with my friends, cheering on the team, all that kind of stuff. It's just big fun. So like, if you're ever going to the University of Kentucky, I seriously suggest getting the sports pass. Even if you're not a huge sports fan, going to school here, I promise you will become one, because the sports community is insane and it's so much fun to be a part of. I actually used to be in a sorority. The way that that kind of ended is a very interesting story that I would love to share sometime if you guys are interested in it. It's quite a long one, so I'm not going to get into it today, but it's definitely interesting. So if you guys are interested, definitely let me know in the comments down below. I'd be happy to share with you my opinions on the Greek community and Greek life in general at the University of Kentucky and all the things that went down. So I currently live in an apartment on campus at the University of Kentucky, like I said, and I have 3 roommates. So I live here during the school year. I occasionally will go home and stay at my parents' house on the weekends, sometimes for like an extended weekend, just because I don't have a lot of in-person classes, so I can go home and stay for a bit if I want to. And I also have 3 roommates. So I live with 3 other girls in a 4-bedroom apartment on campus at the University of Kentucky in the University Flats. It's been a great experience so far. We have gotten along great, but I do have some previous interesting roommate situations as well. So if you guys are interested in hearing about those, definitely let me know. It's a long story too. So, little tidbit, more lighthearted than the other ones. I actually wear glasses or contacts every single day because I am so freaking not able to see. I'm actually considering getting LASIK. So I currently drive a 2021 Chevy Trailblazer RS, and if you guys are interested in seeing more about that, I actually posted a car tour of it last week because I just got it a couple weeks ago and I was super excited, so I wanted to share it with you guys. It is so pretty, and I'm actually going to be posting sometime in the future a little like decorate my car with me type of thing, just because I'm getting like, you know, little decorations, like cup holder things and like a thing to go on my mirror and a couple stickers and stuff like that. So that will be super fun. Definitely stay tuned for that one. So I am definitely a dog person. My family actually has 5 dogs. My parents have 4, and then I have my own dog. So I am the proud mama of a 7-month-old toy Australian Shepherd puppy. Her name is Dixie, and she is the sweetest little thing ever. I'm actually gonna grab her real quick and show you guys her. So this is my puppy. Her name is Dixie, like I said earlier, and she's the sweetest little thing. She was just asleep, so she's tired, but normally she's quite rambunctious sometimes. She just got her spay surgery about a week ago, so she's been a little bit more tired than normal, but she is a sweetheart. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Yes, you are. You're so good. Yeah, so Dixie actually lives on campus with me as an ESA, so I have a little bit of anxiety and she helps very much with that, and that's why she gets to live on campus with me. So she loves living on campus and meeting everybody. She loves people. Everyone in the elevator of the apartment building always wants to pet her, and she definitely soaks up the attention. So something that my family loves to do during the summer is we actually spend a lot of time at a lake. We've been going every summer, multiple weekends of summer, since I was literally a baby. I think my parents have been going since they were dating when they were like 15. It's like a tradition now for us to go to the lake in the summer, and just recently, a few years ago, my parents actually purchased a houseboat. So before that, we were staying in campers and like going out on a pontoon boat and stuff like that, but they actually purchased a houseboat and we've been renovating it. So I definitely expect some fun houseboat summer lake vlogs. It's gonna be super fun. That is such a cool place for me to be. It's like one of my happy places. I absolutely love it. 4th of July there is insane, and all the fireworks are so pretty. We usually like camp out on an island, so you guys will get to see all of that. So this one is a little bit random, but I am obsessed with watching Big Brother. So I don't know if you guys know, but like Big Brother comes on CBS, and it's coming on in the summer, like every year for the past, let's see, 22 years. It'll be 23 this year, and I've loved watching it. I started watching it with my mom about season 15, so I was like 14 years old at that point. My mom has seen every single season, and it's something that we love watching together. I am obsessed with it. I actually have the CBS All Access app because I've been rewatching seasons I haven't seen before, or just ones that I really enjoyed. It's actually one of my like lifetime dreams to get to go on the show and be a contestant, so who knows, maybe you guys will see me on the show at some point if you watch it too. So I actually am a very organized person. I try to keep everything in its place and keep up with my life as well through like a planner. So I write down all of my like assignments and events that are happening in a planner, and I'd love to share with you guys like how I set up my planner, what goes in it, how I organize it, and all that kind of stuff if you guys are interested in seeing stuff like that. I am very passionate about staying organized and keeping up with all of your events, because before I used to organize, I definitely got some missing assignments through just forgetting that they were due that day. So this is very helpful information if anyone needs help with that. I also would love to do some videos on like how to study for school. As someone who's been in college for 4 years now, I definitely have some experience. So if you guys are interested in anything like that, definitely let me know. This one's just kind of funny, but oh my gosh, am I obsessed with freaking candles, especially the fall ones like from Bath and Body Works that smell so good. They just make everything really cozy, and I love them. So you guys will see me burning tons of fall candles in the autumn time, and I just really like things that smell good. So a little known fact about me, but I really love interior design and like decorating, so I like to redecorate and like rearrange my room pretty often. So this one definitely should have went with when I was talking about school, but I actually will be able to graduate almost an entire year early because of the time that I spent at the Craft Academy getting college credits and everything. So I started college with 67 credit hours already like done. So I'm graduating in August of 2022. My original graduation date was supposed to be May of 2023. So this one is a little bit more YouTube based, but I actually film on a Canon G7X film camera. So if you guys are interested in hearing more about that and like learning how to use it, I'm totally down to talk about it. So I really like staying like in shape and being active and just like moving in general. So I like to take my puppy for a walk. So Dixie likes to go walking around campus when it's nice weather outside. I also do like body weight exercises as well as weightlifting when gyms are a little bit more accessible. So right now, like, we can't go to the gym without wearing a mask while exercising, and that just makes it really hard for me to breathe. So I've been opting to do more like floor exercises and small weighted things here. I just brought a yoga mat and a couple of weights with me to school, and I just am able to do those in my apartment instead of going to the gym, just because personal preference, I like to be able to breathe a little bit easier, and I have a hard time with the face mask situation at a gym. I also have 3 tattoos. So I have this one on my wrist as well as 2 other ones. There's one on my elbow that is a butterfly, and I also have one on the inside of my ankle that is just like a wave and sun kind of thing that you guys can probably go see on my Instagram if you wanted to see them. Speaking of Instagram, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, there is a lot more like day-to-day stuff on there that you guys will be able to see, as well as keeping up with posting and things like that. My Instagram handle is at @MeganLeann _, so MEGANLEANN __ on Instagram. Last fact is that this channel will actually be on an upload schedule of every Wednesday. So if you guys are interested in seeing more from me, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. They will be coming on Wednesdays. So those are 40 facts about me. I want to say thank you so much for watching the whole video. If you have watched through to the end, I want you guys to tell me what a special fact is about you in the comments below. I love connecting with my audience, so definitely reach out in the comments. I love responding to comments. You guys are so cool, and don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any uploads.